as long as I keep that relationship personal, I reduce and endanger my ability to grow you to your potential as a client. I can never grow you as a client to where you're happy and we're making it work until I can convert that relationship from a personal relationship to a business relationship. When it's business instead of personal, instead of me, it's us or the business or company, my chance of growing that potential and relationship with you goes up by an order of magnitude. Nothing prevents salespeople from growing business as much as retaining personal relationships. And it's tough to get salespeople to know, to understand that you have to take that to the next level for it to grow anywhere else. In the 80s to the early 90s, we really got enamored with total quality management. And the whole thing was based on solution selling. And the whole idea of quality process systems by defining solutions. It's not about me, it's not about you, it's really about determining a solution. So solution selling really took off. And there's a lot of good stuff in solution selling. It still is very viable today in some cases. However, it took us, I think, from the personal relationship to the business relationship arena almost too fast in that particular process. From the mid-90s to today, we've really become systems driven. It's all about a system. It's about a set of operations. It's about an inside team, a team that's inside and outside, that's support, that's making this whole concept of this system together. We call it team effect in most organizations, but it's really about a system. If you don't have a selling system, it's extremely difficult to grow the business to its full potential. And most of the smart people that I read and listen to that talk about the next level of this says that it's going to come up with client intimacy. In other words, more and more and more information on the business level about a client, their future, their needs, their system. And the mix between the personal and the business relationship becomes even more precarious. It becomes even more important. It has to be measured effectively. As a matter of fact, we're going through a process right now in the sales world of redefining metrics. Redefining what really should be measured. One of my business heroes, and you've read books or heard stories about it, who died last year, I guess Peter Drucker. In a very famous speech, Peter Drucker said, "I don't care what you do in this world, if you don't measure it, you can't control it. If you don't measure it, you can't manage it. If you don't measure it, it will control you. If you can't measure it, it will never be something that you can improve, enhance, and effectively be in charge of." What do you measure? What are the metrics that are most important? What most people don't realize is in the same speech, Peter Drucker also said there are some things in this world, in your life, that are too important to measure. There are some relationships, there are some factors that are just too important to measure. From a business perspective, if you don't measure it, you can't manage it. From a personal perspective, you have to be able to balance what's measurable and what's too important to measure. And that becomes one of those things that you have to think about. We'll talk about that before we get away from here. One of my favorite books of the 90s, I'm like Warren, I'm a book freak. I try to read a couple of books occasionally. And one that has stuck with me, and I think I got a lot more out of it on the 7th or 8th reading than I did any other book.